Hi, this is AP Stedham of AP and Kelly as we see it here on the campus of Wake Forest in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, to see the Ole Miss team, number 5 in the country from the SEC, take on Wake Forest out of the ACC. My guest is
Harry Harrison.
All-American Ole Miss.
He was about 51 years ago, as a matter of fact, and I was an SEC, All-SEC, All-American free safety at Ole Miss, led the league in picks 2 years in a row, and later had a short stint with the Saints, but fortunately it was short, and I still got all my faculties, man.
Glad to meet you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
What does Ole Miss have to do to win this ball game today on the road against this ACC team?
You know, this ACC team, I've watched their film, and the Rebels are going to obviously play tempo. And I think before this is over, I think our speed and tempo is going to wear them down. I think the size of our offensive line is going to get to them eventually, and I think our defensive front is going to put a lot of pressure on their quarterback, Bachmeier. Bachmeier doesn't run particularly well, but he throws a good ball.
Yes,
but you got somebody at your feet all the time. That makes it pretty tough to throw. So
you know about that. You have a core of receivers. It has to be one of the best in the conference, the SEC.
It is. We added Juice Wells this year, came in from Carolina. Obviously, we got Trey Harris, who's everybody's All-American, and we got a super tight end in Caden Prescorn, and we brought in another tight end from Virginia Tech named Daquan Wright. So they're a 1-2 punch, and then we've got a couple different guys that play in the slot. Caden Lee being one of them. I think we may get Jordan Watkins back, who's been a starter for 2 years in that slot position. He should be back tonight and be 100%.
Mm-hmm. What have you seen this year from Jackson Dart thus far?
Well, when you're completing 87% of your passes, it's not much has gone wrong. I mean, he has attempted 54 passes and completed 47. He's got 9 or 10 touchdowns between passing and running, so he's got more touchdowns than misses on the year. So, the level of play has not been that good from the opponents we've had the first 2 weeks. Wake Forest will be certainly a bigger challenge. It'll be much more tonight than what we've seen the first 2 weeks.
I've asked Lane Kiffin about the defense. He said you have the length and the size now of a national team.
We've gotten bigger in the back end, so our safeties have gotten a little longer, a little taller, and that's helped. We've got 2 new corners in. We've got 4 corners that can play, and they're most of them are 6 foot to 6'1", so that's been a good defensive front. Defensive front 6 guys. When you throw in those 2 linebackers, and we've got 4 linebackers that are capable of playing. So depth on all positions has been much better this year than it has been in a long time at Ole Miss.
In the event the game is close, how about the kicker? You haven't needed him so far.
Our kicker is terrific. He kicked a 56-yarder down at Tulane last year, but he's actually hit from 60, 62 yards. Not in the game. We hadn't tried one of those yet, but with a win tonight, who knows? It might be tonight that we have to do that. Let's hope it's not that close from an Ole Miss perspective, but we're on the road, first time this year with this team, and you never know.
Hey, Harry, I'd like to thank you so much for giving us a preview of this Ole Miss versus Wake Forest game. This is AP Stedham of AP and Kelly as we see it on the campus of Wake Forest in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, to watch Ole Miss versus Wake Forest. Check our Facebook page, our social media pages. We'll have full coverage for the post game. Thank you, Harry.
Very welcome. Thank you.
Appreciate it.